speak, but up north, we know that right now it's pretty cold, Anyway, let's get back to what our business for today. We have an array of issues we'll be looking at. We'll be touching on the matter of the grid collapse, as well as the dynamics of what is happening in Rivers State. But we will first of all go to Ondo State, where Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu has commenced his leave, a follow-up to seeking continued medical treatment abroad. His deputy, Lucky Ayedatiwa, will now assume the role of acting governor. With this development, Governor Akeredolu will prioritize his health and ensure a full recovery before he returns to resume official duties. Ayodeji Muradeyo has details.
It is not the first time that Governor Akeredolu will be away from his desk on medical leave. In the last 2 years, he has been away on 5 occasions. The first was in April 2021, and the most recent was in July, which saw him return from Germany on the 7th of September, barely able to strike a balance between fulfilling his constitutional duty and looking after his health. His prolonged stay in Ibadan to recuperate sparked yet another crisis, which resulted in mediation at the highest level to stave off a full-blown crisis.
We are alarmed by the failure of the Edo State House of Assembly to activate the necessary or the relevant constitutional provision to appoint the deputy governor as acting governor.
Have a constitutional problem. Normally, once the governor is out of office, the next person is the deputy governor to take over.
3 months in Ibadan now, another medical vacation is being planned. The formal letter is expected to be sent to the House of Assembly, stating its notice of transfer of power in line with constitutional provisions and must be transmitted. What this means is that the deputy governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, will assume the responsibilities of governor of Ondo State in acting capacity. Lawyers are already reacting.
A formal conferment of authority from the governor or from the House of Assembly. It's not just only from the governor or from the House of Assembly. Like, for example, from the governor, in ordinary circumstances, I'm going on leave, I won't be able to, or for any circumstances that I'm not able to perform my duties, he can confer a notice given his powers to him.
This new development is coming after months of political impasse regarding governance, which also raised concerns of his signature being forged. Many are hoping that the tension and uncertainty in the last few months will be put to rest when the transfer of power is done in accordance with the Constitution. Ayodeji Muradeyo, TVC News, Akure.
First of all, we can only wish the governor a quick recovery. Before we delve into any matter. He needs to take care of his health. Health is wealth, as we often say. And for him to carry on with the duties of governance, he must be healthy enough to, play that role. But it is good that we have seen him take this step with regard in informing the State House of Assembly that he needs to proceed on leave to take care of his health and, the need to hand over power to his deputy, Lucky Ayedatiwa, to begin to act in the capacity as governor. This has been one of the major issues over some months now when he fell ill. That led to the president, wading into the matter. Initially, the president had said that he should write a letter of resignation. That's talking about the deputy governor now. That's right. A non-dated letter of resignation when he initially met with the president, I think 2 weeks ago. And then just Monday, he went to see the president. That's the deputy governor went to see the president. And I think the outcome of the meeting is what we are seeing now, because a lot of persons have been calling for the president and the state government to look into the matter of invoking the doctrine of necessity, just as we saw when former President Umar Musa Yar'Adua fell ill. and the need for the vice to take over the helm of affairs as it was deemed necessary. So it is good to see this move. I hope that this douse every tension, every hatchet is buried, and that he gets the needed cooperation to move the state forward.
That's right, and I believe that Governor Akeredolu, who is known as someone who understands the law, is an advocate of Nigeria for that matter, former leader of the NPA, has done a very bold thing. He's taken a very bold step to, has done a courageous thing to ensure that the state keeps running, because it looks like there was no governance in Ondo State. It was all politics, and if you are sick, the best thing is when you feel that you need to take care of your health, which is paramount, much more than any other thing. You have to stay alive first before you think of how to, administer an administration or governance rather. So it's a very bold thing that it's done, and I feel that this has also addressed those who are trying to push the deputy governor, who should, constitutionally assume the position of the governor, act on behalf of the governor when the governor is away. It has actually subjugated their attempt to push him aside and make him feel irrelevant in the politics of things, because some feel, or they felt, that he is positioning himself to run for governor. And,
there's nothing wrong with him having an interest.
It's within its own right.
Yes.
So it's really bad sometimes when we push politics beyond the way it should be done. So just like you said, you alluded to the fact that Edwin Clark told President Tinubu to invoke the doctrine of necessity, which was experienced sometime in 1954 in Pakistan, where the Governor General Muhammad Ghulam had to, use the constitution to dissolve the National Assembly. The same thing in 2010 in Nigeria, which you alluded to also. I think 9th February 2010, when Umar Musa Yar'Adua was in Saudi Arabia, for medical leave, but then he was not able to transmit,
because of his state.
Yeah, transmit power to the Vice President Goodluck Jonathan, which was now done by the Senate President, and a resolution between the two houses of Assembly, the National Assembly rather, to be able to invoke this doctrine of necessity. But it's good that we have the Governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu. I wanted to say Ogbeni. Rotimi Akeredolu, who Arakunrin, I think that is what he's referred to as. Arakunrin Rotimi Akeredolu, who has now done the needful, and we feel that going forward, Ondo State should be able to, we should have some sanity coming from that state, because it's as if, there's nothing other than politics going on in the state, and we can't have a governor who is in Ibadan and running the affairs of the state. It's not so good. It's not.
In fact, what even made a lot of persons begin to react and perhaps put pressure on the president and perhaps the governor himself to push for this matter of doctrine of necessity is the matter of the forged signature. That was thrown up just over the weekend. Which is criminal in nature. Of course, that was thrown up over the weekend by one of the commissioners, who said he carried out a forensic background check on that signature, and it failed totally, and it showed that the governor's signature was being forged. Right now, we hope that the acting governor, when he is now declared acting governor, because we're still waiting for the State Assembly to do the needful as it is. Recall that the president had spoken to him to, bring everybody together, because the State Assembly was divided. There were those for the governor and those for the deputy, the deputy as we speak. So we hope that he'll be able to rally everyone around, and they would do what is needful at this point, and also go a step further at investigating the matter. Yes, we know that the Attorney General of the Federation, not the Federation, of the state now, is actually looking into that case. We hope that they go beyond just looking into it, but bring persons to account, even though they have dismissed that issue that it's not true. Nobody forged any signature. The Commissioner for Information
would boldly come out to say that.
Of course, I've done said that she only can approve ₦1 million, and the governor can only approve a certain amount. And if it goes beyond 20 million, the governor needs to seek, he needs to seek, some person's approval, so to speak, before that money is signed. But we can only hope for the best for that state. As events unfold, we hope to see what happens in the coming days, that what is needful is done in the best interest
and also pray for
of the people.
Akeredolu.
Absolutely, his quick recovery.
To come back to see those who are really for him and against him, because I do not see any reason for him to have been brought back to Nigeria in the first place when his health, situation